Yo, 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 what up, Hibernation Nation? It's ya boy, Isaac Anzu, the chillest and chilliest chimera on the internet. Back again with more Blender. And this time we are going hard into what the kids call the paint because we're learning geometry nodes or geomancy nodes, you know. We're learning the power of geomancy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. We've got a big tutorial here today, and by big I mean 20 minutes, which means we should be able to get through it. But the first 5 minutes is just intro. So we're just going to be watching this.
You might have noticed in recent Blender updates that Geometry Nodes has been getting quite a bit of attention.
That's
right.
You
might be wondering what Geometry Nodes is and why you might use it.
What
Here's
is
a summary
Geometry
of what I'll cover in
Nodes?
this video. I'll start with some examples of things people are making with Geometry Nodes, what it's good at, and why you should use it. Then I'll show how to add the Geometry Nodes modifier and some basic concepts surrounding it. I'll talk about adding primitive shapes, how to reuse values, and also control values through the modifier panel. I'll cover joining multiple pieces of geometry, adding materials, and I'll end with showing how to create this spiky ball. Before getting started, I just want to congratulate the winner of the Character Modeling Challenge sponsored by XP Pen and getting their Deco L. Also, check out my Patreon videos and to download files that I don't share anywhere else. I also donate a portion of the profits to environmental causes. Geometry Nodes modifier is a tool within Blender that you can use for generative modeling.
Oh, okay. So let's start with a general shape. Let's delete that and add in Suzanne. Give me the monkey. Hello, Suzanne. I hope you're well. Can we add a smoother Suzanne? No. This is the Suzanne you get, and I hope you like it. Shade me auto smooth. All right.
As time goes on, it's getting a lot of the functionality that exists already in modifiers and the particle system, but with the added benefit of it using nodes, which I'll talk more about later. If you're familiar with procedural or generative modeling, you'll know that there are some advantages over traditional modeling. First thing to note is that generative modeling is non-destructive, meaning that your actions can be changed or undone really easily. In traditional modeling, if you want to change something you did in the past, you're stuck with hitting the undo button a million times or maybe deleting parts of your model and redoing them. For example, with geometry nodes, I can start a scene with a sphere, and if I decide later down the road that I wanted to start with a cube instead, it's as easy as replacing one node. I don't have to lose all of the progress that I made. Another thing to know about geometry nodes is that it's not always the best option. If you want to sculpt a character, it's probably going to be easiest using destructive methods like sculpting tools. But if you wanted to place a cube on every single face of an object that has hundreds of faces, that's something you can do quickly with geometry nodes that would otherwise take you a long time to do manually. Geometry nodes might be useful to you if you want to make a lot of something. Like if you want to make a city, you could manually make a bunch of buildings and then decide where to place each one, or you can create a building generator with geometry nodes, or even a city generator. If you can think of rules for how you would like things to be made, then you can probably make it with geometry nodes. Like a fence, for example, one rule could be place one fence post every 2 meters, and another could be place fence posts only along this curve. This is how I like to come up with ideas for projects. If you go on Blender Market or Twitter and search for geometry nodes, you'll see how powerful it can be. Let's hop into Blender and talk about some of the basics. Alright, so here we are in Blender. I'm using version 3.1. It's important.
Version 3.1. I have version 4.0. I guess he starts with a cube, huh? The classic. Although mine is looking very 80s compared to his. Or 90s. These 90s colors? Or 80s colors? They're more 90s, I think. I don't think it matters.
Important to note that Geometry Nodes is constantly changing and updating, so I recommend you use version 3.1, and if some of the nodes don't exist that I'm talking about, then chances are you just need to update. It's also worth saying that this isn't a complete beginner tutorial. Like, if you're having trouble just moving around and navigating, you should check out the playlist in the description. It's from the official Blender channel, and it's really good for beginners, and it's not too long either. So this is just the default scene right here. We have the default cube, and I'm just going to delete these two items over here with X like that, and we're actually going to keep the default cube. This is what we're going to be adding geometry nodes onto. So geometry nodes is a modifier. So if you come over here to the wrench, you'll see that we can add a modifier, and geometry nodes is actually in here.
It actually has its own category in the new categories.
You can come up here to the geometry nodes workspace. And if you don't see it up here, you can just hit this plus, and it's under general right here, geometry nodes. So I'm just going to click that button right there. And now we're in the geometry nodes workspace, and you can see here, this is where we put all of the nodes, and this is the spreadsheet. We're not really going to be talking about the spreadsheet too much today, so I'm just going to push it over to the side a little. And to get started, you just want to select your object, and then hit new right here, and it will add a new geometry node setup. And you can see over here, we have the modifier too. You can click and drag the nodes to move them around, or you can, with them selected, just hit G, and that also grabs them and drags them around. If you want these to snap to the grid to stay more organized, then you can hit this magnet right here, and it will snap like that. Also, I'm going to turn on one add-on. It's free. All you have to do is go up to Edit, Preferences, and then under Add-ons, search for Node Wrangler, and turn.
Okay. Edit preferences, add-ons. Let's go Node Wrangler. No, we just have to check it. Various tools to enhance and speed up node-based workflow. Oh, let's go.
Turn that on. This just gives you some extra options, and you'll see that in a lot of tutorials, people are using the Node Wrangler. Pretty much everybody uses it at this point. So when you first add the geometry nodes modifier, we just start with two nodes, the input and the output. And if you disconnect it, you'll notice that the cube disappears. And the way I like to think about it is that this is the original geometry. And when I say original geometry, I mean, if you come over here and hit tab to go into edit mode, this is the original geometry, and you can move it around however you like, or you could even replace it with something else. That's what this is. The group output is the result of whatever you do with nodes in here. So to get started, I'll add in a node, and you can add nodes in a few different ways. So you can either go to this add menu right here. We have all these options, or you can hit Shift A, and we have all the same options here. When you're in here, you can also hit S to start searching for something. So I'm going to hit Shift A, go to Geometry, and choose Transform. So this is a very basic node. You can just draw.
All right. Add. We need to find Transform. Ooh. Read, sample, write, operations. Transform geometry. I wonder if that's the one. Let's see if it looks the same. It looks pretty similar. Woo.
Pop it in right here, and it should connect automatically. This just lets you move your object around like this. You can rotate it, scale it, things like that. So this is a good example of the difference between the input and the output. So when I'm moving it like that, what we're seeing is the result of this node that is considered the group output. The group input is the unchanged geometry. So over here, if we tab into edit mode, you can see that we have our original geometry still in the same spot. So that would be considered the group input. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that we have multiple socket shapes. So you can see here we have these circles. And if I bring in something that has a different shape, I'll go to maybe utilities, random value. We have this random value right here. This is a diamond, so if we try to plug this into the rotation, for example, it'll turn red like that, and that just means that it doesn't work. It's not going to do anything. So if you ever see something that's red, that just means it doesn't work. Typically, you won't be able to plug diamonds into circles, but you will be able to plug circles into diamonds. And I'm not going to go into great detail with this because there's a lot to cover and it might be kind of monotonous. So I put a link in the description to a page that explains all of the different socket shapes and all of the different socket colors. Another thing.
Well, let's go read that page, shall we? Socket shape documentation. There's circle, diamond, and diamond with dots. 3 possible socket shapes. Okay. The circle requires a single real value. It cannot accept a field input. The diamond accepts a field input or outputs a field. The socket can be a field, but is a field like a field is a function. Ah, okay. A set of instructions that can transform an arbitrary number of inputs into a single output. Used all over geometry nodes to allow calculations that have different results for every element. So the scale here is a function that calculates the position. So circle is a value, not a calculation. The diamond is a calculation. And you can connect a value to it, but then you won't do any calculations. Diamond with dot it can be a field, but it's currently a single value. Got it. So a thing can be a diamond or not. Yeah. But now, yeah, okay, I understand. Node types. We haven't really talked about nodes yet, right? Sockets or nodes. And then what's the other? Socket color documentation. Okay, sockets are input and output values for the nodes. Yes. So one of these is a node. I see. Each socket is color-coded depending on what type of data it handles. Interesting. I'm sure these make sense in context. So we've got turquoise is geometry. So this is turquoise. And shader information is bright green. I cannot tell the difference between bright green and turquoise. Did you know that bright green and turquoise are different colors? Can we add a shader node? Material. Surely. That's... Nah. Nah, what? Okay, pink is true or false. Color is yellow. Float. Floating point number is gray. An integer is lime green. A string is light blue. A vector is dark blue. So these are all vectors. Data blocks. Wild. There's a lot going on here. It's like programming. Oh boy. And we are already 7 minutes into this tutorial. Am I a genius or what?
that you can do with geometry nodes is not use the group input at all. So I'll just delete this transform with X, and you can see when it's detached, we have nothing in here. And we can add in a primitive shape. So we can hit Shift A, go to Mesh Primitives, and we have all of these options right here. So I'm just going to drag in a cone, and I'll also drag in a cube. So if we wanted, we could just grab this green socket labeled Mesh and plug it into the geometry, and we get a cone that appears. Now our group input still exists, the geometry right here. It's just that we're not using it. So if you go into edit mode, you'll see that our original geometry is still there. It's just not being used.
Wild.
We have all of these options to change the shape of our primitive, things like that. Some of these are going to be easier to tell what's going on if you go up here into wireframe mode like that. So if we change the side segments, you can see actually where it's adding the geometry and the fill like that. You could also turn this basically into a cylinder. So I recommend just checking out all of these mesh primitives and getting ideas for, what they do, how you can change them, things like that. If you wanted to have two different shapes visible at the same.
Yeah, okay. Let's check out the mesh primitives. Cone, cube, cylinder, icosphere, grid. What's a grid? Oh. Wireframe mode. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm seeing what you're putting down. Then the other one that I wanted to check out was, I guess, mesh circle and mesh line makes sense to me now. Fill me with n-gons. Fill me with triangles. There we go. I don't want you to fill me with n-gons, bro. We ain't into that. That ain't a circle. But I guess it's as close as you can get with that many points. Now that's a circle. It has more than 360 degrees. This area here is very small, isn't it? Can I view? Zoom in. Ah, here we go. Look at that. So much easier for y'all to read. Let's add one more primitive mesh, the UV Sophia. Very spherical. I love this style. It looks like a Pringle. Now it looks like one of the bosses from the second world of Kirby 64. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let's just delete a bunch of these. Bring me back my cube. Thank you.
Same time, you can do that with a node called join geometry. So I'll hit Shift A under geometry, join geometry right here.
Okay. So Shift A, geometry, join geometry. Ooh, it's got a weird one. Give me a primitive cone. Ooh. Well, that looks fun, doesn't it? But see, we still only have the and they don't affect anything wild. So we can set up meshes in here. And then it's got a little hat. It's a little hat boy. This is my new OC, Hat Boy. He's a boy with a hat. Do not steal.
And you'll see that this socket is longer. That means you can plug multiple things into it. So we'll just drop it in right here, and I'll plug the cube in there also.
Hat
And now
Boy.
we have two different shapes at the same time.
All hail mighty Sir Isaac, master tutorial analyzer, apex geometric translator, maker of a Hat Boy. Don't forget that last title. It's the most important. You know, someday I'm going to have to go back through all these streams and collect all the titles that you've bestowed upon me. Make a master cut of all my titles. Because you see, I must defend and collect my titles like a hoarding dragon. Yes. All right, sir. Doing good. Doing good. I think today's going to be a busy day for a Wednesday. But we're getting there. We're fighting. Somehow. I do have exciting news. The music separation on stream thing works like a charm, as I thought it would, because you know, it's easy to do once you know what you're doing. So right now on the VOD, if you're watching the VOD, hello friends, you cannot hear the music, but that also means I can start doing my own music. I could do music that I've written. That might be a thing we could do. We could do some BGM writing streams. Just write a bunch of BGM. Just get real good at cranking out some funky, junky BGM. You mean Twitch audio track separation? Yeah, I'm doing it through OBS. As usual, I do everything through OBS. But until then, I realized that I can just use iTunes and play music from my personal music library. So we can listen to classical music and get our Bach on while we do Blender. So I think I might do that. I need to make some playlists of music to listen to. But until then, I can just, you know, say, play all of Beethoven, and then we'll get a dark and stormy stream. What are our plans for our co-op run? Thought of something? I think the thought currently is I want to finish up Dark Souls, which I'm going to try to do this month. Dark Souls, the goal is to beat it this month. I do have plans for particular streams to help me with such a thing, such as long streams to get through some of the tougher parts of the Dark Souls achievement grind. So February is going to be the month of finishing the Dark Souls achievement run. And then let's do Elden Ring co-op. I'm super excited for it. I love the co-op mod. I want to add more mods. I want to do the whatchamacallit. They have like the class items that you can add to the co-op mod. That sounds awesome. Can get like DPS plus support thing going on. Still say you be careful. Copyright is the most bluish grayish area I have seen It really is. But if I can do karaoke on stream, then I think I'll be okay. The part I'll have to worry about is just, being careful with the music. You'll be okay as long as anyone reports it. I don't think they're going to. So the plan is to use classical music for the most part, and then eventually my own music. I don't think that anyone can reasonably report that. Right. But also, I guess I should be promoting. We're still doing the charity thing. Do the charity thing. Charity. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Dolu, don't you dare report me. I'll be angry. finally earning the ban from this channel. We're still doing the charity thing, but if you have a lot of channel points, you can also spend them on the Channel Point Community Challenge, which is an Uwu only stream, a very important stream that you can make me do for some awful reason.
And if we wanted, we could move these separately also. So I'll just bring that transform node back in under geometry transform, pop it right here, and we can move the cube to the side like that. One thing worth mentioning is that if you wanted multiple cubes, you don't necessarily have to bring in multiple cube nodes like this. You can just plug it in to the join geometry multiple times. So we have this one going through the transform.
Oh, really? So if I was to do this, or maybe add a transform node here, you can just go over there. Excuse me. BRB Shar, no worries. I understand it is morning time for you. Or shower time. You don't have to take your showers in the morning. I've been taking my showers in the afternoon lately, and it's been nice. Showers feel energizing to me, and I often get those mid-afternoon blues. Pillage and plungers. Wait. Hi, Ray. Welcome. Why are you pillaging my channel? Stop. Multiple cubes of the cube variety. Multiple cubes of the cube variety. Let's scale this down. Wait. 0.25. Because I simply can. I want them frequencies. Hand them over. No. Look, we have a cube. We have a little nose for our boy. Hat Boy continues to... oh my God, it's so cute. Look at Hat Boy. Can we... I want to change this cone too. We can do the depth. Looking even more like a Hat Boy. Powerful. Actually, you can have all the frequencies you want. I've got 44,100 of them. So take that. How you doing lately? Doing pretty good. Trying to get stuff done. And there is a lot of stuff to get done. I'm an accountant, you may know from my as my day job, and it is year end. Year end. Oh, year end. It is a dangerous and powerful time. Year end. I love Hat Boy. So I have a lot to do. Maybe too much. Peeps have been loving the new songs I made and make me happy. Yee. Good. Yeah. Rapier music. Very, very cool and fun. I noticed you've been streaming on YouTube. How's the platform over there? Are you having a good time with it? I streamed on YouTube like a couple years ago, and I know they've made tons of changes to things since then. Can we change the Z just a little bit? Just a little bit. Beautiful. Loving it there. Still need to add the bots and such. Yeah, I know Twitch has a very broad and varied suite of bots that you can add. And I'm sure a lot of them work on YouTube now, but you know how it goes. Can we add this as well? Oh, but we don't want to. How do I? Oh, got him. I've been got. How do I remove segment? Cut links. Oh, that's fun. Got him. Yo, Crundle is providing almost a quarter of the points required for the Ooh Only Swing challenge. Thank you, Crundle. You're a pillar of this community. And Ray with 20%. Dang. Y'all are putting me in the ooh mood. The mood. Awful joke. But I think my wife is sleepy enough to be giggling at it right now. So, well, what can I say except I got it. I'm of the opinion that art is best when it is made for a specific thing, a specific emotion, and a specific event, a specific person, right? And the more deeply that you can connect to that thing, the more truth that you can find in that thing, the more powerful your art will be. And ironically, the more other people will enjoy it. Wonder, why are you making a house today? Your wife is going to wake up to a ton of oohing. That's true. That's true woo. It's not a house. Look, it's a little hat boy. Look at this hat boy. His design is simple and ever so perfect. Could be a beehive. Yeah, it could be a beehive. One of those Skyrim style beehives with the big thatched straw roofs. But no, the cool thing about this is that I didn't model it at all. I used geometry nodes. Ooh. as you can see, I am powerful and I don't know. I'm so powerful. I made a Hat Boy without ever touching edit mode. Woo! I have no idea what they are. Kind of looks like a villager on a Roke Fields hat. I don't know what a Roke Fields hat is, but I can see the villager comparison. The nose bottom is similar. Let's just set this back to 32. Perfect. Oh, a rice fields hat. Yeah. It would have to be a little bit wider on the brim. So if we took the bottom radius, that looks a little bit more like it, doesn't it? But I like this hat. It kind of makes him look like a gnome. And I am deep in the gnome core right now. There we go. Let's make it taller. There we go. Look at that. Gnome core achieved. The powerful feeling of gnome core when you're ready to become one with the gnomes. That's the feeling I'm going for right now. Yeah, so geometry nodes is math and programming inside Blender. Whoa. Who would ever want math and programming inside Blender? Me. That's who I want it. A wise man with a straw hat said to me, "Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker." Damn. Can we talk about how good of a movie Tropic Thunder was? What a fucking masterpiece. Tropic Thunder. That's a movie I haven't watched in a little while. I would want to watch again. It is an intense movie, but I'm so here for it. There's so many good actors, so many good parodies. Do you think they could make it today? Well, so when Tropic Thunder came out, the thing to, like, each of the characters are parodies of things that were going on at the time, right? There's the comedian who just does like endless comedy sequels. There's the action hero who just does endless action sequels. There's the method actor who keeps winning Oscars. There's the rapper who's trying to be an actor. The director who is like trying to make something feel real and just pushing things further and further into the deep end. And then, of course, Tom Cruise, the horrible producer, right? I will end you. I will end your family. If they made it today, oh, you should definitely watch it. What I'm saying, though, is that all those tropes were very relevant in the time period that they were releasing the movie in, right? When did Tropic Thunder come out? 2008? Tropic Thunder came out in 2008. So that was 16 years ago. all these satires that they did were relevant back then. So if Tropic Thunder came out today, it would kind of be a sleeper hit because a lot of the tropes would be things that people didn't understand. It's kind of like B movie, right? B movie is a terrible movie, but people complain that B movie has like too much going on in its plot. It swerves left and right and goes all over the place. It's like a coming of age story, and then it's a romance, and then it's a courtroom drama, and then it's a mystery, and then it's an action, and then it's a zombie movie. The point of B movie is that it's parodying a bunch of different types of B movies, right? Of bad movies. It's a combination movie of parodying a bunch of different bad movies with B's. B's in B movies, right? That's the entire point of the movie. And yet, all of those movie tropes were kind of played out and not really relevant in popular culture anymore when the movie itself came out. So a bunch of people went to see this movie, especially children who have no concept of what a B movie is or why it's funny to be parodying one, and nobody got it. Nobody understood B movie, right? So what happened? It became a meme. It became a joke, right? People make the jokes about it, and it kind of became a sleeper hit. People who get it and watch it, but for the most part, people just make fun of it. That's what would happen if Tropic Thunder came out today. People would be like, oh yeah, it's funny. I don't get it. Not knowing that it was actually a product of the time, right? Thought of an interesting sequence of words. Irrelevant, malevolent, no, it ain't maleficent. Maleficent, like the villainess from Sleeping Beauty. They made a movie about her. A sequel, a remake, whatever. Still argue Lego Batman movie is the best Batman movie. I mean, you can also say like the Lego movies are very much products of their time, right? They're making fun of a lot of things that were relevant in that moment. Lego Batman and the original Lego movie both make fun of Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter because, you know, that's what was popular when they were writing the movie. So if they made a Tropic Thunder style I love Batman movie with Jack Nicholson in it. Jack Nicholson. Wasn't he the Joker? Batman, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, he was the Joker. And that was Michael Keaton's Batman. That's an old school one. That came out in 1989. Wow. That's a cool one. But what I'm saying is that if somebody was to make a action movie satire today, it couldn't be Tropic Thunder.
It would be the Avengers.
It would be an Avengers. Yeah, exactly. It would be an Avenger. It would be a Marvel parody, right? Because that's the popular topic of the time, and it would be well, I mean, if it came out today, then they were probably writing it when Avengers was popular. So, who would star in it? Popular comedy actors. Well, Jack Black for sure.
I want Jack Black to play Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
What about Ali Wong too?
I don't want fucking best comedy actors of all time. Yeah, here we go. Funniest actors 2022.
Ali Wong.
That's who I want.
I love Ali Wong.
Bill Hader's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Ali Wong.
I love Ali Wong.
Ali Wong. I hear Lumi. Yes, you can hear Lumi.
Sorry.
The new generation of comedy actors. Oh, Tiffany Haddish. I know her. Yeah, I don't know a bunch of these people. Oh, there's Ali Wong.
Told you.
Bo Burnham. How is Bo Burnham a part of the new generation of comedy actors? Bo Burnham is, I mean, he released Inside, but how? Bo Burnham is a satirist. Okay. So Inside is a great example of relevant satire because everybody knew what was happening during Inside. Everyone could relate to Inside. When you look back at Inside, it doesn't feel the same, right? It takes you back to that time period. It's not currently relatable.
Wow.
Leslie Jones, Donald Glover. God, Donald Glover's everywhere. John Mulaney. Amy Schumer.
Thank you.
Richard Ayoade. Jonah Hill. Damn, he's lost so much weight. Welcome to the internet. He should be directing the movie, I guess. That's the other thing, right? Like, let's just look up 2023 satire movies, right? Cocaine Bear, hilarious.
Should we watch that? Sorry,
The top Flora and Son Bottoms. Oh yeah, I remember seeing posters for
I
Bottoms.
heard Bottoms is excellent.
Beau is Afraid, May, December. American Fiction. Oh yeah, I had a friend recommend American Fiction to me. Apparently it's extremely good satire. If you are aware of the tropes and goings on of black American black society. Amy Schumer should be the villain, maybe. Yeah. Wes Anderson movie. Donald Glover is Childish Gambino. Oh yeah, Barbie. Barbie came out last year.
Just get Greta Gerwig to draw.
It's kind of a satire, kind of a comedy. It's certainly a movie with a message about movies. Poor Things.
Oh, I heard excellent things about that.
Yeah, I've heard about this one too. Weird and Fantastic. Blends comedy, drama, fantasy, and science fiction. That's cool. I'm looking for best satire movies. 2023 best satire movies. It just gives me Cocaine Bear again. What is the best satire? Cocaine Bear, 100%. Best satire movies of 2023. American Fiction's on here. Barbie's on here. Polite Society. Lady Ballers. They cloned Tyrone. Barbie is Lego Movie but Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Polite Society. Martial artist in training, Rhea Khan believes she must save her older sister Lena from her impending marriage. After enlisting the help of her friends, Rhea attempts to pull off the most ambitious of all wedding heists. Sounds fucking funny. Okay. What I'm saying is people say all the time that like you couldn't make blazing saddles today. And you shouldn't make blazing saddles today because nobody would get blazing saddles today. Nowadays, people only know blazing saddles because of its liberal use of the N word. But the real function of blazing saddles was as a parody of Western movies at the time. Airplane is still relevant, right? Well, okay, Airplane has a lot of physical and wordplay humor that is still relevant. But there is a lot of humor in Airplane that goes way over people's heads, right? Like Leslie Nielsen's entire character being a doctor is because Leslie Nielsen played doctors on TV when Airplane was being released, right? Leslie Nielsen was such a stereotypical doctor that when they said, "Is anyone a doctor on the plane?" Leslie Nielsen was like, "I'm a doctor." And everybody was like, "Of course he's a doctor. He's Leslie Nielsen." Nobody would get that today. Nobody understands that joke anymore because it's not relevant as a satirical joke, right? That said, Airplane has tons of physical comedy. Airplane has tons of wordplay. I still think it's a good movie that holds up. I haven't seen that movie in years. It's one of my favorite comedy movies. And oh my God. So Leslie Nielsen in general, the Naked Gun movies are hilarious.
They did not age well.
They didn't age well, but the jokes hold up. Just watch clips. Just watch clips of the movies. Like there's the clip of him like giving the guy $20 for some information and then giving it back. What do you think of Borat? Oh, there we go. Mwah. Pièce de résistance. Perfect satire. Borat, absolutely, exactly. Sacha Baron Cohen might be the greatest living satirist of our era. He somehow nailed it in the first movie and then brought Borat back and nailed it again in the second movie. The Dictator. I haven't seen The Dictator. I hear it's good, but yeah, I don't know. I can't give a personal opinion on it. I hear it's good. But even his short stuff with like the politicians, my God, this man is so good at, and that's what satire is. It's taking a thing that we've all accepted as commonplace, dragging it out in front of us and saying, look how ridiculous this thing is. Why are you accepting this as normal? Right? And he is so good at that.
Can we make a Lumi that like pops on the screen
Can we make a Lumi that pops on the screen?
whenever I make comments?
That would be really difficult because the microphone can't really differentiate my voice from your voice.
Yeah, you get a button on your button. For your button board.
You just come over, you push the button.
Yeah.
You say, hi. Is Charlie Chaplin a satirist?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the entire character of the Tramp was satiring vagabonds and train boys and circus folk.
And he satirized.
And he satirized Hitler.
Yeah.
In his movie, The Dictator. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called that.
It's something like that.
Lindsay Ellis has amazing analyses on most of these.
Yeah, if you want a good analysis of satire, watch Lindsay Ellis. She's good at that shit.
She has the Tropic Thunder one on it.
Oh yeah, and if you have a Nebula subscription, you can watch the one about Tropic Thunder, which is so good, and it explains why you need to take satire in the era that it is attempting to satirize. Because, I mean, think about it. Nowadays, nobody looks at endless action movie sequels and says, oh, that's normal. Everybody's like, yeah, that's a shitty thing. We should stop doing that. But in 2008, Tropic Thunder was making an actual point, right? Anyway, Sacha Baron Cohen. That's the standard. That's who you should ascribe to be like if you want to be a satirist. And honestly, that's some pretty big ass shoes to fill because he does a lot of stuff and he does it in very interesting and powerful ways that often put himself in danger. So maybe don't try to be Sacha Baron Cohen. I think my favorite kind of humor is satire after realizing it, and the crudeness is just flavoring. Yeah, that's I think is just a general idea that's prominent in all storytelling is if your storytelling touches on those deeper truths, if your storytelling connects to people, then the message will stick around longer than the plot, right?
Stephen Colbert is also an excellent satirist.
Ooh, good call, Lumi. Yeah, Stephen Colbert is also an excellent satirist, although I think he plays his characters a bit more straight than he did on the Tonight Show, or was it the Daily Show?
No,
The Colbert Report.
Colbert Report.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he's straight now, but well, I don't know about his sexuality, but
Indeed. Sasha is going to be mega canceled. Someday he is going to, I mean, he already kind of has been, but he keeps going because I think that's the thing, right? If you want to expose parts of society as negative and bad and we shouldn't be doing these things, you are inevitably going to put yourself in a situation that is not good for you, right? You're going to pit yourself against powerful people. You're going to pit yourself against the organizations, the systems, right? And I think as a satirist, you have to look at society as yourself and say, what is weird? What shouldn't be happening? What do I not like about society? Society. And no, I just want to move these three. Got to keep my geometry nodes nice and organized. And sometimes you'll look at something that is popular or something that is accepted generally as moral, and you will say, no, that's weird. We shouldn't have that. And society will look at you and say, well, fuck you. But that's the risk you got to take, right? You need to, as a satirist, you need to speak your truth. And maybe you'll be like George Carlin, and in 40, 50 years, people will be like, damn, he had some good points. I mean, he also had some bad points, but he had some real good points. Is Joji a satirist? I'm not as familiar with Joji's work. Lumi is. But I mean, I know all about Dracula Flow. Dracula Flow is kind of satire, and I love it.
But I can also just bypass it and put it in directly like that, and now we have two cubes like that. So I'm
Joji is basically Filthy Frank. Joji is Filthy Frank. They're the same person. I can accept and appreciate someone taking on a different identity and moniker in order to do different art, right? He doesn't want his Filthy Frank stuff to be connected to his Joji stuff,
Legit.
which is fine. It's a different persona for a different style of art. But it's still got the same body. It's still the same sack of meat doing that, all that stuff. And honestly, props to him for expanding his horizons and stuff like that. A lot of times with music, you'll get artists who do experimental albums, and it can be good, it can be bad.
Well, they also get pigeonholed to their style, and then just look at Nickelback.
Yeah, real. Nickelback definitely got pigeonholed into a style and then tried to break free and was not able to. Really, what they should have done is they should have stopped being Nickelback. But they couldn't give up those name rights, I guess. You occasionally see Papa Frank slip through. Yeah. Well, and I think that's pretty core to my conception of identity, right? We don different masks for different parts of our lives, and they're all the same person with the similar values, but we act differently based on who are around.
It's almost like people are multifaceted.
Yeah. Maybe humans and chimeras aren't so different after all. Whoa. Did I accidentally just say the thesis statement for my entire channel out loud? Whoops. I should have done that in like a promo video or something instead of in hour 2 of a 3-hour Blender stream where I've taken the last half hour to get through 7 seconds of tutorial.
I'm going to take this transform node and hit Shift D to duplicate it and bring it over here also, so we can move these around separately. Another thing that's nice about working with nodes in general is that you can reuse values. So for instance, if I wanted to be able to scale both of these up at the same time and have the same value, we can just bring in a value node. So I'll just hit Shift A, and under input, we can grab value right here.
All right. Now this is what I'm talking about. So let's cut links. I see. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. Let's add another transform node to here. And another transform node. Yes, to here. Oof. Okay, we're getting a little bit complex here. But now what we can do is we can bring in a input constant value node right here. We can connect that to scale. We can connect that to scale. Oh, and I see. And we can connect that to scale. Oh, I can see how this gets real complex real fast. It reset the scale. I see. So all that scale stuff we did on this node went away. So if I hit yeah, that's not right. Okay. I guess good to know, but I don't necessarily want to do that because it'll destroy my guy.
And this is just a single value. So if I set this to 1 and plug it into the scale, which has 3 values, it's basically going to make all 3 of these values equal this 1, like that. And now we can scale it up and down. We can also plug this into the scale of our cone right here too. And now when I change this value, both of these will scale up at the same time. Another thing worth mentioning is that if you don't want all of these to have the same value, you can use a different node called the vector node. You can just go over to input and choose vector. And this is the same as the value node, except it has 3 values. So being able to control multiple values at the same time and reusing values can come in handy, especially if you want things to be proportional to each other. So for instance, if we wanted the cube to be half the scale of the cone, then we can just use a math node. So I'll hit Shift A, Utilities, Math. We can drop that in right here.
Okay. So let's try this. Input values. So we want our nose cube to be 1/4 the value of the other things. So let's add a where's he adding this? Math node. Okay, so it's
and change this to multiply. And
okay. So the math nodes are all under something. Attribute, geometry, operations, curve, instances, mesh, point, mesh. Let's search. Utilities, math. Okay. Utilities, math, math. And we want this to divide by 4. So now our shape is correct, but it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Probably because the point of origins is different for this little guy, for the nose, right? Because the hatness works perfectly fine, but the nose. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way. Are we going to put your PNG on the gnome again? I didn't expect this to turn into a gnome core stream, but I shouldn't be surprised, I guess. Gnomes be gnomin'. We be roman and gnomin'.
just set it to 0.5. So now when we change this, the cube will always be half the scale. So I recommend just kind of playing around with this. You could plug these, for instance, into rotation, and we can set this to something maybe higher. I'll turn it up to 5. And now the cube should rotate 5 times as fast as the cone, like that.
I guess, so what we have here is we have the translation, right? No, we want this at 0. Or 0.1. Negative 0.1. So we have to affect the translation from this value as well. So that means we need a vector math. Whoops. No. So let's plug this in here and add 0.6 and subtract 0.1. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. What do we do? Input. But an input won't be able to take things. How about separate X, Y, Z? So if we plug this in here. No, that didn't work.
That. And if you ever want to just change one value instead of all three, the node you would want to use is called the combine XYZ. So
combine XYZ. Oh, we were about to get there, baby. So utilities, vector, combine XYZ. There we go. Okay. So what we want to do is hook this up to the translation and then no, wait, not yet. Take this value, we need to add it to the X, and we need to add it to the Z. But then we need to add a math node to this one, where we want to multiply by 0.6, right? And then we need another math node on this one, and we want to multiply by negative 0.1. And then we take this combine XYZ, put it into our translation node. The translation now works. And if we take this value node, which we have done a lot of math to, and look at the gnome boy is now able to scale properly. Easy, easy. Combine XYZ. That makes perfect sense.
Shift A, and it's under vector, combine XYZ. So we could plug that into the rotation like this. And I'll grab a second one and plug it into rotation also. So we can make it so that these are only rotating on the Z axis like this. I'll plug that in here.
Ooh,
so now
I just
you can
drained my
see
water.
that the
I must have
cube
been
is
thirsty.
rotating 5 times as fast as the cone.
If somebody were to give me a hydrate
but
out,
only on one axis.
hydrate redeem,
And we still
I'd have
have
to go
these other
refill my
ones
water.
available to play around with. So
I
when you start
love
making
water.
bigger and more complex node trees, and you have a lot of these like nodes that are used for basically just controlling things, you might want to have easier access to them. So one thing you can do is make it so things are controlled over in the modifier panel. And the way you do that is with the group input node. You can see that we have this empty slot right here, this empty socket, and you can just drag that kind of anywhere you want. So for instance, I'll just take this and plug it into the scale of our cone right here. And I'll also do the same thing for the scale of our cube. And you can see now we have options over here, and we can scale these however we'd like. We can also...
Okay. So if I wanted this group output, is this what chat looks like in your POV? Yeah, exactly. Little gnome boys. I'm gonna have to go get some water real quick. Can I do this? I'm gonna play my commercial. Are you ready? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some water, and you can watch Isaac Anzu commercial while you're waiting. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I hear something. Death approaches.
Oh.
You could just get away from me, did you?
Oh, he's hot. Oh boy, hot, 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 hot. Look away, Twitch. Hot, 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 hot. Shut up, Dad. Hot. 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 Pet the dog.
I hear something. Death approaches.
Oh.
You could just get away from me, did you?
Oh, he's hot. Oh boy. Hot. 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 Look away, Twitch. Hot. 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 Shut up, Dad. Hot. 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 Pet the dog. Hello, I'm back. Did you like the commercial break? Enjoy. Commercial break. Okay, so we have 3 days left on the Uwu only stream. That's only one more. It's only one more stream, actually. It was hot. 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 That is actually what's up? What's up? Recommended video, Ray. Hot. That's actually, if I go to my content, sort by view count, playing Hades, but you're bisexual. That's my most viewed video. It's got 7 times as many views as my next highest video, which is a Minecraft Let's Play. 7 times as many. The people are thirsty. My next highest non-Let's Play video is also a Hades meme video. And then there's a song. Oh. And then, of course, there's Snow Problem. Classic. Songs. Destroy Your Ego. Oh, and then there's this bad boy. Watch that on YouTube. Just jump in the cack. Girl, let's put some my.
Just to put a demons. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry demons on nice. Lucky for you, that's what I. That's what I. Lucky for you, that's what I. That's what I.
It makes me laugh. My own meme makes me laugh. But I guess that's the point, right? If I'm not laughing, who is? And that's what I was trying to get at earlier. I really make things so that Lumi laughs at them. Make group. Undo that shit. I like the fact that tutorials just plastered in there. I mean, I'm not gonna turn this off just for a silly meme video. I think I am. Oh, you can frame things.
wild.
So use this to control the Z rotation, basically the same thing that this value is plugged into right here. You just drag it over like that, and also plug the same socket into the multiply over here. Just disconnect that. So now we can affect the rotation over here also. And so something like this can...
Oh, thought it was part of the vid. Nah. I have this on here so that people know what the tutorial is, right? You have to know what the tutorial is, so that you know that I'm doing a tutorial.
come in handy when you're making...
You see, you must understand that chat is both smart and dumb. If you ask chat a question, someone will scour the internet for that question, or someone will be in chat that knows the answer immediately, and you'll be like, wow, chat is so smart. But if you say something and you expect chat to ever remember it, they never will. That's why self-promotion is so important, because you got to say something like 17 times before chat remembers that it's happening. Did you remember that we're doing a charity? Did you remember that we're doing a charity whatever? Charity whatever? Just keep going. That's right. We're raising money for PCRF because it's an important thing. Can we make it to $1,000 someday? Maybe. We'll see.
something complex and you want to share it with someone else. And you can just put all of the relevant controls over here so they don't have to sift through all of your nodes. Now, if you want to get rid of some of these, you can open up this panel right here. There's a little arrow. You can just drag that open. You can also just hover over this workspace right here and hit N to open it up and close it. So go to group and you have all of the options right here. So if I want to get rid of the scale for the cone, then I can just hit minus right here and it will go away. We also have these other options down here. So you can rename it, you can change the type. So we could change the type to something like float, and now it just has one value that you can use to scale things up and down with. We also have a tooltip and you can type whatever you want in here. And now when you hover over that field, you can see that it will display the tooltip. So this is nice for if you have a whole bunch of...
Brain links me not smirch, remember not. That's right, Crundle. You've got to patch up that brain. Trying to be my best self to self-promo, but I tend to forgo. It is a habit that you have to get into. It's you have to kind of figure out what's the best way to promote on each platform and then not stop doing that. Right now I want to post the mix you made, but I want to change something on the album art. That's the other thing. You never have to post something before it's ready to be posted. Like, I talk all the time about this rap album that I made and how I'm working on the music videos, but I don't promote it. Because as soon as I start promoting it, people will be like, where is it? No, I'm still working on it. It's in the process. It's in the pipes. It'll be done when it's done. And once it's done, I can start promoting it. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying here? How's it going? Venom crazy. Add driver. Undo. Cannot wait to see your music bits. I think it will be like 119% super epic. I hope so. How do I self-promo on your server? Is there a self-promo channel? There isn't. I guess you're always welcome to post music and art on the appropriate channels, but I would say that stream go live promos are not something that I like. How's the Hat Boy coming? Oh, we've made massive strides in the Hapway. Look at this. Watch this. Whoa. We can use this little value to scale the entire Hapway. It's powerful, incredible, magical. I'm trying to figure out how to. Let's add a utility. Oh no, that's not what I want. Took longer than I expected. Well, you know, it happens. Random number that came into my head. I see. Yo, Isaac, do you have a funny PNG I can plaster into my album art? I do. Tell me what you're kind of looking for. I can send you something. I swear, if you can do a pleasantries on your music videos, I would love. It'll be something like that. There'll be some funny stuff, but the songs aren't necessarily funny. They're a little more serious. Sir Venom, my goodness, what a blast it is to see you. It is a zoom. Look at the zoom. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm trying to get this value over here.
Things over here, and you kind of like forget what they do, then you can write a little description of what it does here instead of having a really long title or something like that. You can also set defaults and minimum and maximum, things like that. Another basic thing.
Okay, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things coming off of this node here. So let's just set there's got to be a node that combines things. Right? Do you have a favorite animal, Sir Isaac? I like lions and goats and dragons. I don't know if I could just pick one, though. They're all so much a part of me. Mix. No, I don't think so. Other than what you are. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Blender geometry nodes. Pass through value. How do I position from the group output to the group input of the sphere? The main node group. You can also use drivers to control one property with another. Ooh. There are various ways of doing the plumbing. Shoebill. Shoebill. A shoebill is a stork that looks like this. I believe in you, Google. Give me the picture. There you go. This is a tutorial on what a shoebill looks like. They've got little shoe-shaped faces. Ah, yes. I don't know. I've always been the type of person who struggles to pick favorite things because I can see the value of so many things. And it's hard for me to interrogate my own feelings about what I think is the best of something. What animal gets me the most excited? What animal gives me the most joy? I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess that animal would be my cat. So Blue. My favorite animal is Blue. I hope that helps. What animal do you think is the most majestic? Ooh. I mean, dragons are pretty high up there. I like dragons a lot. Group. Where's my main? Add search. Main. There's no main thing anymore. So let's try drivers. Click some property and choose copy as new driver. And paste the same driver in the same property you want to drive. Oh, geometry to instance. Capybaras are majestic as hell. Capybaras are just like big, huggable, lovable guys. I like them. They're cool. Capybaras are excellent choice for favorite animal. Either a meerkat or a white tiger. Ooh, white tiger is definitely powerful. Meerkat. Meerkat. Oh yeah. I always thought this was pronounced meekrat. Meekrat? No, but it's meerkat. Yeah, they stand up and they are super cute. I like them. My children are animals. Can they be included? Yes. Okay. Hmm. That falls under Homo sapien problemapien. Homo sapien problemapien. That sounds about right. Let's see. Operations. There's no more main. How do I do this? Vector? Math. Give me a math. So we can set this value to 1. And then I think we have to replace all of these. We want to multiply. So you need to go there. You need to go there. You need to go there. And you need to go there. There we go. I can just drag it around too. And so now, there we go. Monkey. I saw you said monkey. My favorite animals are monkeys. For some reason, I find them really cool. Monkeys are super cool. Do you live in an area with monkeys? So we have this value node. Let's call it scale. The default attribute will be 1. Right? No, we don't need that. The default will be 1. And now we can scale over here without going into our node wildness. India has lots that I've seen, and it depends on the area though. Really love to travel to India one day. For sure. It's definitely one of those parts of the world where you need a guide, someone who knows the country to kind of lead you to the better parts of the country and avoid the dangerous parts of country for tourists. But absolutely an incredible place, and one that I would love to go to someday. Gotta call it a night. Have a good one, everyone. Good luck with the blender. Thank you. Will I be able to? So, I mean, you can tell that this is going to bother me, right? You just know it. You just know that this is going to be a thing that bothers the crap out of me. We just got to make sure that all of our geometry nodes look nice. They have to look nice. Don't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? They have to look nice. All right, we have one crossing line, but I don't know how we would get rid of that. Let's just make it as clear as possible that it's crossing. One of my old best friends who now lives in Australia just was in India for 3 weeks and had the time of his life. Best way to book travels from your travel desk at hotels, safest bet. Ah, that's probably very true. Whatever taxi you hire, take a picture of the number plate and driver's ID and send it to someone. Yeah, that does sound like it would be a good thing to do. We're gonna save this blend file finally because it's something that I want to keep now. We're gonna call it Scalable Gnome. Save the blender file. I always do that. You know, I've only used a taxi twice in Berlin, and both times were extremely harrowing. I think I missed, gotta call it a night. Have a good one, everyone. Good luck with the blender. Yeah, I think I missed saying thank you, Krendel, for stopping in. Thank you for contributing your points to the Uwu Only Stream Challenge. 3 days left, Uwu Only Stream Challenge. Contribute your points in the channel point thing below. I don't use taxis here. They're super expensive. I don't like the drivers. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Venom. We're getting close. We need 7,000 more points, and we only have one more stream to do it in. It'll be a good one, a music stream. But we will get the Umu only stream challenge completed, I believe. I believe in a thing called Umu. I've used taxi in Frankfurt, had some hilarious fun moment with drivers. Taxi is the only way you can get around here. That's what I say is when you get to a city, check out what form of transportation the delivery people use. That's how you should be getting around, right? In Berlin, it's bicycles. Everybody who is delivering food uses bicycles, and thus the best way to get around is on a bicycle. Now, it depends on where you're going, of course. Trains are good too, and walking is excellent, but cars, we don't truck with cars in Berlin. 200 more points. Dang. Y'all are loving the Ooh only stream challenge. I'm actually really glad that people are donating to it, and I want to do another challenge. Maybe we'll do another challenge. Another challenge. But maybe not right away. Gotta allow people to accumulate those points again, right? All right, we have a powerful gnome. Talking about bicycles to 140 kilogram man, RIP bicycle. They make bicycles that are very hefty, very powerful bicycles. Worry not, friend. That said, probably starting on a stationary bike would be safer. The bike may be able to hold you, but if you're moving fast, then it gets more dangerous. Oh yeah, you can even do. They have. I used to have one of these. It's not even a bicycle. It's just a set of pedals, bicycle pedals, and you can put it under your desk, and you can use your comfy office chair and bicycle at your desk. Dangerous for who? Me or people around? Yeah, both, right? If you're moving quickly, then it can be dangerous. And I guess, you should have an easy time controlling a bike, right? But yeah, stationary bikes. Yeah, man. Maybe something to look into. They're a lot easier on your joints than treadmills. So I actually prefer them to treadmills, especially if you have joint problems. Now I do a lot of yoga, so I'm working on my joint problems, but I still have knee, shoulder, neck, back pain. I'm an old man. People here uses motors, but I'm not comfy because we live next to a highway. Yeah, that's the same problem, right? They go too fast. I hate driving. I'm such not a fan of driving. Lumi loves driving. I hate driving. So you can see, you can understand. She does all the driving.
You should know how to do is how to add materials. So let's just come over here to the material properties, and I just want to change this one to, I'll just call it red. And
let's come over to material properties. Add a new material. Call it red.
We'll change the base color to red like that. And we'll add a second one too. New. And I'll change this one to blue. And we'll make that blue. So now we have two different.
Should we do blue? We have red, which is an appropriate color. But what about Gnome. I want this color to be the color of a gnome. Gnome. Garden gnome. This gnome's got a very clickable butt. All right, we've got the color of the gnome. Can't believe I was ever into streetcar racing in my youth. Now I don't even want to drive. Dang, streetcar racing. Yeah, sounds way too intense for me.
Materials, okay. And if we come over here to material preview, you can see neither of these are applied. If we were to plug the original geometry in over here, you'll see that it is red. It's the color of the first one, but we don't actually have that applied to either of these shapes. So we need to bring in a node called the set material node. You can just hit Shift A, go to material, set material right here. So it's gonna matter where you place this now. I'll place it right here at the very end, and under here you can just select whatever material you want. I'll change this to red. So because I put it after the join geometry, it's making both of these shapes red.
At a modded Honda Civic. Oh, that's wild. When we were in the States, Lumi had a Honda Civic as well, I believe. And man, they are not mom cars anymore. Sky blue, navy carbon details, feeling chills remembering. I can appreciate the aesthetics of a nice car. I just would never want to drive one. I played Need for Speed Underground too. I know how cool racing and driving and building cars can be. I just don't want to be in the car when it happens. I want to be hovering 5 feet behind the car in a floating camera while I use a controller in the safety of my own home.
For instance, if I bring it over here instead, by the way, I'm holding Alt when I drag this, and that makes it so that when you move it, it will disconnect, but it will, you know, keep the cable plugged.
Ah, look at that. Okay, this is cool. BRB, quick errand, all good. Underground 2 is like the best game ever for racing. So true. Like after we got into Need for Speed Underground 2, we bought a ton of other driving games and nothing compared. Nothing was as fun, right? Sometimes it's not about how good the graphics are or how high fidelity the crashes are. It's about the gameplay, and the gameplay was just so good. It scratched all my itches of exploration and collection and completionism and challenge, like doing the stunts and the little like random races you found everywhere. Oh, it was so good. We need to go to materials, set material. So if I hold this over here, I can drag it, but then if I hold Alt and drag it, it pops off. That is cool. Okay. So what is this? Let's set our, okay, this is the face. We should get a different material for the gnome nose, right? Let's add a new material. And let's subtract that material. Let's make a copy. Wait, why did I? Let's add a new material. Let's copy the gnome, but make it a copy. There we go. And let's just make it a darker shade, maybe a little redder of the same thing. So this is gnome nose. All right, copy, paste, gnome nose. paste red. Oh my goodness. It's coming together, boys. Most Wanted was also super epic. I did not get Most Wanted, but I believe my cousin got it. And it was also very good. The small amount I was able to play at Christmas. I never talk about my cousins, but they're cool dudes. They're into video games and memes and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so we have a lot to talk about.
Plugged in. So if I drag this over here, you'll see that only the cone is red because I'm putting it before the join geometry. So this is
Underground 2, nothing can compare to it. Yeah, the gameplay was just so much fun. And my cousin, he's okay, I guess, you know. Well, I was actually thinking about doing something interesting here in about an hour. For the first time on this channel. And he would be super into it. I don't know if he's busy though. You don't have to call him and tell him to come to the channel. But I was thinking about doing some Magic the Gathering on stream. Legasp. Yeah, Magic. Yeah, you guessed it.
how you could make multiple objects have different materials. We could also duplicate this. I'll Shift D to duplicate and drop it right here. And I can change this one to blue like that. And now we have two different materials.
Yeah.
One is coloring the cube. The other one is coloring the cone.
Look
An
at
important
that.
thing to remember when you're doing this is that materials will kind of overwrite each other. So if I were to duplicate this and put it afterward, it will overwrite the set material right here. because
So
it's
the
closer
last
to the
material
basically
matters.
So just remember that if you're, putting these all over the place, you don't want to overwrite things accidentally. All right, let's create that cool spiky ball shape now. So I'm just going to come up here and hit the X to get rid of that geometry node setup. We're going to click new, and this is going to add a new modifier. You can
You messaged him. Well, it's gonna so it's gonna be about an hour because I want to do it on daily reset. So he has time, but yeah, we're gonna try it because on Wednesdays and Sundays, I usually play Magic right after I end stream, and I got to thinking, what if I streamed it? Right? Could be fun.
putting these all over the place. You don't want to overwrite things accidentally.
All right, let's
All
listen.
right, let's create that cool spiky ball shape now. So I'm just going to come up here and hit the X to get rid of that geometry node setup. We're going to click new, and this is going to add a new modifier. You can access the other ones that we made over here, and you can save them also by clicking this badge right here.
Oh. So let's delete this. Add new. We can go back to geometry nodes. And now we have a brand new unbelievable geometry node.
So I'll click that on the other one also, and I'll just name this spiky ball. So in
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to this one. Name it Gnomish Boy and save it. And now we have geometry nodes 1. Let's name it Spiky Ball and save it. Silly hat. Ooh, Dark Souls hat. I'm planning to stream Darkwood. I'm wishing it will go well. Darkwood. A video spiel. A survival horror. Oh, Ape Pyrite. Have you played Darkwood? It's a survival horror video game. I know nothing about streaming survival horror. My last horror experience was on the I did say in an hour, but welcome early. Yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of the Wednesday midweek magic adventure. Apparently, it's a survival horror game set in the Soviet Russia. My experience streaming horror was for Halloween. We did that indie horror game stream. That was a lot of fun. Just tons of different horror games. And yeah, I think I just made a bunch of jokes. I was just playing the music for the Final Fantasy game. It's the best. I come lurk now or I'd forget. Oh, yeah. Feel free to lurk. I still have another hour before daily reset happens, so I'm not really going to be. I'm going to try to finish the last 3 minutes of this tutorial in the next hour. Will I be able to do it? Maybe. We spent about we spent about a half an hour on 7 seconds of the tutorial earlier, and that was pretty wild. Welcome back, Dolu. Look, I've colored in the gnomish boy. Incredible. But now we're going to make a spiky ball. I have no idea what the spiky ball will look like. I played and made vids of Darkwood already, and it's terrifying. I feel like with horror games, the two main ways to go are putting on a brave face and then still getting jump scared, right? That's entertaining. Like, oh, this bad guy ain't shit. This bad guy ain't shit. Ah! Right. Or just being like super timid and afraid of everything, right? Just be like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No. Ah, I did it. Ah. Stuff like that. Those are the tropes. You could try doing something else, though. Whatever you want, really. However you feel. The mighty Sir Pirates. Pyrites. Or chicken out on a T-Rex roar. Did you do that in Ark? I mean, T-Rex are scary. Yo, it's T-Bubbles. Hello. Have a cup of tea. Let's bring out the gnomish boy for our friend T-Bubbles. Look at that. The gnomish boy is here. Greeting the raiders. Hello. You were streaming Lacuna, a sci-fi noir adventure. Yo, that sounds cool. I hope it was really good. A wonderful indie detective game in which you solve the murder of a politician. Very cool. All right, let's read the intro. Extra, extra. T-Bubbles, the enchanting barista fairy, has been whipping up a storm in their cozy cafe on the airwaves. From brewing potions in Lacuna to grinding gears in Legend of Dragoon, they've been sitting in the hot seat with sick day streams and dad reveal dramas. Dad reveal dramas. Please tell me what a dad reveal drama is. And hold your horses. There's been cooking shenanigans too. Will they conquer Disgaea or get lost in a new adventure? Tune in for a sip of magic and a dash of gaming gallantry at twitch.tbubbles.com. Wait, no, twitch.tv/tbubbles. Kurama Roar 39. Have a cup of tea. Welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. Sneaky Bear. Have a cup of tea. Glad to see you. At a T-Rex? Nah, I'd win. Darkwood has no jump scares. The environment is just absolute horror, and I like how I feel in the situation in that area. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, you're making art on Blender? I thought you were making music. We do music on Fridays. And it is not, this is not AI generated, although it is math generated. Look at the math. Look at the math I have created. It's nodes. Nodes. Did I hear Disgaea? Yeah, apparently T-Bubbles plays Disgaea.
Is that how you pronounce that?
I know nothing about it. I'm just looking up things about Lacuna, which looks really cool. How is Lacuna? Gotta stay hydrated while streaming. What's Disgaea? Disgaea. T plays Disgaea 4. A series of tactical role-playing video games. Oh, hell yeah. Tactics RPG. Should I play the Disgaea games in order? The games do not have to be played in order. Lacuna's really good. I like it so far. The last mystery detective sort of game I played was Disco Elysium, and it knocked my socks off. So I'd be open to trying another game. I do think you'd like it. It seems your vibe. Oh, well, perhaps I will give it a shot then. Lacuna, huh? I'll just save that for later. There's times choices. I do like that. I only played Disgaea 2 and I love that game so much. Used to love Disgaea. It's great fun. They stand alone for the most part. Nico, no, my button. Yes, Dolu claimed first today. It was gifted to me and it looked interesting. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's always nice when people send you gift games. My good friend Revive Snow gifted me the horse gonorrhea game, Cowboy Syphilis, Red Dead Redemption 2. Gifted me Red Dead Redemption 2, so we'll be playing that sometime on stream for sure. So, like, would you believe me if I said I woke up an hour ago? It seems to be a common thing among my audience that y'all either stay up late or wake up at the weirdest times. What the fuck are you talking about? Isn't there like STDs and horses in Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah. Horse syphilis. Cowboys with STDs. We're cowboys with STDs, you know, the theme song, right? Of Red Dead Redemption 2, the video game. STDs and horses? Do horses get STDs? STDs in horses. Equine venereal diseases. What STDs can a horse get? STDs nut somehow got him. Oh, you know what that deserves? That deserves my favorite redeem. Ah! Oh, never mind, I'm going home. Cartwheeling away. Speaking of staying up late, I gotta lay in bed. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you so much for the raid, T-Bubbles. I'm glad you enjoyed Lacuna. I will definitely look into it. Seems like a fun game. I will add it to the humongous collection of tabs that I keep open during stream in order to look up the random things that people talk about. Thank you for the lurk. You can use the lurk command. ! Lurk. I feel like I missed a message somewhere way back up here. Oh, the Frosty Tools thing. Yes, it's not AI generated. It's procedurally generated. But yeah, it might as well be. Everyone, a small chat point. Donations, please. Community goal happening. Oh, yeah. There's only 3 days left on the Uwu only stream. And we are still 6,500 points away from meeting that goal. Thank you, Nico, for the donation. Ooh, thank you, Sneaky Bear, for the donation. That's 90%, baby. Come on, people. We want to see what's Isaac got planned for this Uwu only stream. Go live tomorrow so I can max it out. I will be live. I do every other day. I'll be live in 2 days. And then we will do music. And that'll actually be the last stream before the challenge is done. So if you have run out of donation possibilities, if you've already capped your donation at 2K and that's all you can do, then might I recommend donating to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. You can do that too. Wait, can we donate while you're offline? Can you? I don't know. It's 2K per stream, right? Wait a minute. How does this work? I can't contribute, but I believe it's 2K per stream. You can? Oh shit. Well, yeah. Donate away, I guess. 2K. Yeah. So under the channel points thing, where you click on things like text to speech and posture check and nut, you can also donate to the community challenge, which is, well, that makes it easier. Yeah. I guess if you can mysteriously enter my chat while I'm offline, you can donate 2K points again. It's not NBA 2K, it's 2K points. You know, what Madden are they on? Madden 2K24, those games are all the same. Big popular, unpopular opinion here. Sports games bad. Is there a good sports game out there? There's Rocket League. Rocket League did pretty well for himself. Hot Wheels Soccer. That's the ice coldest take. It's fucking Antarctic take. It's a 0 degrees Kelvin take. Sports games are pretty terrible. Jesus, what just happened? Is there a 95% complete? There we go. The only sports game. Oh my God. Literally one more person could end the challenge. That's insane. I didn't expect this, but also we got a rate, so maybe that helped. And we've got the normal crew here too. Oh my God, so close. Only good sports game I've ever played was called Jonah Iomus Rugby. Wait, what? Jonah Iomu's Rugby video game. Lomu. Jonah Lomu Rugby. Road Rash, best sports game. Yeah, does Need for Speed Underground count as a sports game? You want to use the rest of your points so badly? Nico, that's not a sport game, it's a racing game. Only have 340. Well, if you donate 310, you could get it exactly up to 49,000. But also you could spend that 300 on a silly hat or text to speech. Duck Hunt is a good counter game. That's true. Duck Hunt is a sporting game, isn't it?
Power up.
Whoa! Power up. I think there was someone. Get out of here. STDs and horses page. I think there was someone who recommended Power Up as the sound effect for this. And there you go. I have the power! Was that too loud? Oh my god. NFL Blitz 2000 was the game. Actually, yes. Good call, Sneaky Bear. NFL Blitz was an excellent game. Oh, you just noticed my coat? It's really cold in here. Of course I'm wearing a coat. You can see it much clearer now. Actually, go He-Man. You know, maybe we should do a, I've been thinking about this. I should have a redeem where my hair glows some sort of color. Like Super Saiyan, right? Super Isaac. Actually, I don't want to break this thing, but I'm still very large, and the reverb is very big. Oh, there we go. Back to normal. Okay, now I can do this. If you look, see, I've got my coat on. He shrank. I've got coat and earmuffs, and it's a big poofy coat. It's very warm. But look at them six-pack abs. What are you talking about? Even if I had six-pack abs, which I don't, you can't see them through this incredible coat. It's really, really cold in here, and I'm enjoying my nice comfy coat. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit back down, and we're gonna learn how to make a spiky ball, because as predicted, it's been like 20 minutes and I haven't done anything.
Instead of using the original geometry, I'll use an icosphere instead. So I'll hit Shift A, S, and search for icosphere. And we can just connect that up like.
Let's go. Icosphere. But yeah, I appreciate everyone donating to the challenge. I would also love it if you donated to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. If you run a prediction, people have a chance to earn channel points. That's true. Nothing like a 2D image to keep me warm. So true. The puffiest of 2D images. Give me a icosphere. Bam. Let's call it isometric. There's my little icosphere boy. Look at the boy. What would we even bet on? How could we possibly bet? Isaac metric. There we go. It's an Isaac sphere. An Isaac sphere. Isaacosphere. The I stands for Isaac, the C stands for the C in Isaac, and the O stands for Isaac. Oh, sphere. Perfect.
That, and we have this
We've done
icosphere
it.
right here. I'm going to turn the subdivisions up a little higher, maybe to 3, something like that. And then I'm going to bring in an extrude node. So Shift A, Mesh, Extrude Mesh.
Ah, look at that. Shift A, mesh, extrude mesh. Ooh. Just do a BS prediction like something that's definitely gonna happen. How do I start a prediction? Prediction. Wait, now how do I change prediction? How do I start a prediction? It's already on there. Do I have to add in a predictions? Whoa. No, that's not what I want to do. My quick actions. No. Okay, they're back. Old man Isaac. No, don't take it. I'm just trying to. If I hit start prediction, okay, I can change it. Okay, phew. All right. Previous predictions. Got it. Okay. People bet on heads and tails. You flip actual coin and tell the results. Okay, all right, all right. So if I say heads or tails. Wait, do I even have a coin? Heads and tails. Submission period. Let's give it a minute. Let's give it a minute. Start prediction. Ooh. Predict with your channel. So no head. What does this button do, head ass? Out. Out. All right. Do I even have a coin? Do I even have a coin? Where's the closest coin? Where's a coin? Okay. What I need you to do is just dump lots of points into heads or tails. One of them, right? I think you can do a custom amount. Yeah. Yo, okay. Heads is big money here. I hope Nico is on tails. Okay, let me go find a coin real quick. I'll be right back. Coin, not you. Which coin? Wow. Blue thinks I'm gonna feed him. Custom amount it is, lol. Phones have a coin flip if you ask Google or Siri. I know, but I want to find a real coin. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a 50-cent euro coin. One side has Europe on it. The other side has a horse. What? There's no head. There's no head on this coin. The one with a number on it is the tail? Is that how that works? No way. Why wouldn't the number be the head? I don't know about that. Okay. Well, all right, Dolu, we'll go with that. Okay, so the one with the number is the tail. Okay, so heads, Europe doesn't have a head. Right. So the horse is the head. You can look up a picture of the 50-cent euro coin if you're wondering what. So yes, head. All right, I'm going to flip. Flip, grab, smack. And what's it going to be? It is heads. It is heads. Managed prediction. Wow. Heads wins. Complete prediction. Let's see. So, so Dolu and Venom earned like a total of 40 points. And meanwhile, Nico and Ray got nothing. Shall we do it again? Freestyle rap time? Okay. Let's do it again. Heads or tails? Go. I'll do the wait. Goal complete. Hold up. Did the goal get completed? No, not yet. 40 is all I needed. Oh, to get me to freestyle rap, I see. Of course. Yo, we're betting on coins. Flipping the coins so we can get some more points for the crew. Nico wants to donate. That is true. And if they can get the points in their hands. Oh, the song ended. Oh, the song ended. But the song ended. You gonna clip that one? All right. I admit, it was a pretty good rap. Refund me. Refund me. Okay. Once again, we've got a prediction running. Submissions are closed on the prediction. Let's see if it's heads or tails this time. Flip, grab, smack. It's heads again. That's unfortunate. No. Nico, no. Wait, did Nico... Oh. Nico got points. But there weren't that many points to tails, so... rigged. Yeah. Rigged. 2 for 2. Shame I'm not a real betting man. Yeah, there weren't that many points to be gained with the prediction. We need someone to come in that just has hundreds of thousands of points. And then they donate all on one and everybody else donates on the other one. Not me getting only 11 points. That's what I'm saying. We're dealing with small change here. I don't know if we'll get the... Oh, Sir Pirate said he had like 20K. That's true. Get him back in here.
You can just place it in right here, and you can see immediately this is giving us kind of a cool result. And this is because it's extruding individual faces. So you can play with these values right here to get different results. If you turn individual off, all of the faces will still be connected. Now, if we want these to all have random offset scales, if I want this value to be random for each face, all I have to do is bring in a random value node. So you can hit Shift A, Utilities, Random Value, right
Utilities.
here, and we can plug that in. And now this offset scale right here, each face will have a random value between 0 and 1.
Well, my redemption should have completed the goal. You sure it ain't complete? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sorry. It's under 2,000 to finish it. Yeah, if we had one more person come in. One more person. Oh, look at that. Now the spikes are random. I'll get it next time. Oh, wait. It's a comet. That's cool. Why can't you see what? You've got to let's just boop. Click on the redeem at the side of the chat. Oh yeah. So it's you can't see it on the tutorial screen. It's at the top, the Uwu only stream thing. 97% raised. It's the banner at the top. That's the challenge thing. You have to donate your points to that, not to anything. Which is why I think we'll give it a little bit of time before we do another challenge like this, because people need the time to recover their points. Unless apparently they're Pirate Sprite, who's been lurking for a while now, apparently. I need to finish this tutorial.
Right here. So you can change these values if you want
It's okay,
this to
Dolu.
be even more extreme. You can just change these values right here. And this...
I did a little rap. You need to put the points there, yes. We did the rap, though. Dolu, it's okay. Honest refund requested. Can I do that? I think I can do that. Let's go to requests queue. That was a freestyle rap request. 7 minutes ago. There you go. All requests complete. Yeah! Silly hat. We did it. 100%. Thank you, Dolu. I refunded your points. I'm glad you got the refund. I know how to do things. Swashes are buckled. So, the time has come. 100% complete. We earned 50,000 channel points. And the people who donated, y'all are amazing. Can I can I see who all donated to the thing? No. Surely I can somewhere. Top Gun vibes. Yeah. Very, very much so. Channel points. Stream complete. Mark is complete. Not yet. I'm gonna keep it up for a little bit. Yo, back to the tutorial. I think I've donated 6 or 8K. Hell yeah, we did it. Yeah. Yeah. This is okay. So now the question is, what do we uwu? I have an idea. My idea was to read some of Marcus Aurelius's meditations in an uwu stream, where I just do as much of Marcus Aurelius's meditations as I can in an uwu voice. The shortest audiobook version I've found of the meditations is 7.5 hours, though. So that might be a little ambitious. But I want to do something fun for the uwu stream, right? We got it. Wah! Look at my little ball. It is dancing as well. Powerful. You should do a karaoke ooh stream. Yes. Go the fuck to sleep in an ooh voice. I do love Go to Fuck to Sleep. Such a good book. Karaoke ooh stream we'll save for if we can hit $1,000 to the PCRF. All right. We'll say that. Karaoke ooh PCRF. You're still owed an ooh as well? Oh yeah, you did. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I totally missed that. The ooh redeem from Venom. Thank you for reminding me. Shall we continue with this? You know what? No. Can we find this on? Go the fuck to sleep. PDF. All right. Let's get rid of the tutorial message and do the Independence Day speech in Uwu. Okay, well, this is for Venom's Uwu Wadim. So what's weed go to fuck to sweep? The cats nestle close to their kittens now. The whams have weighed down with the sweep. With the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please, go the fuck to sweep. The windows are dark in the town, child. The whales huddle down in the deep. I'll read you one very last book. If you swear, you'll go the fuck to sweep. I paused the music. The wind whispers soft to the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck, go to sweep? All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last weep. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go? The fuck to sweep. Wascally wabbit. The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air they soar, they sweep. A hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For we'll shut the fuck up and sweep. The cubs and the lions are snowing, wrapped in a big snuggly heap. How is it you can do all this other great shit, but you can't lie the fuck down and sweep? That is a child in a parachute. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuffed bear. I'm not getting you shit. Close your eyes, cut the crap, sweep. Flowers doze low in the meadows and high on the mountain so steep. My wife is a failure. I'm a shitty ass parent. Stop fucking with me, please, and sweep. The giant pangolins of Madagascar are snoozing as I lie here and openly weep. Sure, fine, whatever. I'll bring you some milk. Who the fuck cares? You're not gonna sweep. The womb. This room is all I can remember. The furniture crappy and cheap. You win. You escape. You run down the hall as I nod the fuck off and sweep. Blurry and dazed I awaken to find your eyes shut, so I keep my fingers crossed tight as I tiptoe away and pray that you're fucking asleep. Aww. There we asleep. The end. There you go, Nico. What's the Independence Day speech? Independence Day speech. Okay, I got it. Do you have the link for the fund? So in right below where the snowman is, the same place that you could subscribe, you'll see a charity button. That is the link to the PCRF charity. You can click on that and donate. Twitch doesn't take a cut. It goes right to the charity, and it will help raise our goal. That was glorious. Thank you. All right, here's the Independence Day speech. I'm going to turn the music back on, though. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others around the world, and you will be watching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. That word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist, and we should win the day. The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as a day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We are going to live on. We're going to survive. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Is that enough for you? Is that enough? We're back in tutorial mode now. I was afraid I wouldn't finish this. Thank you so much. Of course, I had to redeem the uwu. We still have to figure out what we want to do for the uwu only stream. My thought was Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, since it's very somber and affirming, and it's something that I love as well. I'm open to other suggestions, though. Super epic. The music helps. It's on the 80s playlist, so you know it's good.
Seed is going to kind of give it a random pattern, and you have a lot of options for like how complex you want it to be. Also, like if you wanted, you could change the radius on the fly like that, and you can even turn the subdivisions up even higher for something like higher resolution like that. I recommend just going into the add menu right here and checking out a lot of the nodes and seeing what exists right here. One thing you could play with is, instead of using a random value, you can check out the different textures. So under textures, we have something like the noise texture, and you can plug the factor into the offset scale instead and play with some of these values right here.
Ooh. Read Ram Ranch. It's not a very long piece, is it? Oh, a donate command. Yo, that's a good idea, actually. Let me write that down. If we're going to keep this donation going for another week or more, I do want a donate command. And I need to update my little thing to say that the karaoke uwu stream is its own reward. Remember, kids, karaoke uwu streams are their own reward. Let's add a noise texture. Let's add the factor of the noise to the offset scaling. Ooh, look at that. That's wild. 2D noise, 1D noise, 4D noise? Change the roughness. It looks like an explosion, doesn't it? We've got some really long ones. That is so cool. Ooh, Crush Groove A. I like this one. This is what your brain looks like on YouTube, kids. Nah, couldn't be. Oh my god, look at the long boy. Look at the longest boy. He is so powerful and long. Whoa! Oh my god. They're all so long. That's fun.
And you can see we get some pretty cool effects. It doesn't take long to get results that look really cool. And again, this seems pretty complex, but this is only 3 nodes. So try not to get too overwhelmed when learning new things, because things might seem complicated on the outside, but when you look into it, there's really not that much work to do right here. Obviously, this is going to change from case to case, but this is an example of something cool you can make that really doesn't take that long. An extra step that you can take is changing this from 3D to 4D and moving this W value right here with a node called scene time. So Shift A, and I'm just going to search for time, scene time right here. And I'll plug the seconds into the W, and I'll change the scale down to 1. And now
Scale to 1. Whoa. Look at that. That's some Nickelodeon shit right there. And what if we got rid of the individual? Ooh. What does that look like? It looks like strange goo, doesn't it? So let's add in scene time. Oh, look at that. It's doing it on its own. When I play Darkwood, I always play it on full screen because it's more immersive. Yeah. I remember watching, I can't remember who it was, but somebody played the old Slenderman game with like a collection of like kittens around the edge of the screen to help offset the spookiness.
Now when I hit play, this will animate. All right, that's it for this one. I'm planning another beginner geometry nodes video about scattering points and instancing. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe. I'd like to thank...
We'll be watching it next time, friend. Don't worry. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Spiky ball, I love you. All right, let's go to our just chatting screen. More. And we can close Blender and close the Blender tutorial. Hey, the stream ain't over yet though. We're going to be doing for the very first time some Magic the Gathering on stream. How about that? It's a beautiful time to play Magic the Gathering on stream, by the way, because they just updated something. Let's see. I need window capture and I need this to be MTG Arena. Perfect. It's a beautiful time to be playing MTG Arena, actually, because they added, well, they basically redid the entire thing in Unity. Let's go to the game, shall we? They basically redid the entire game in Unity, and now it's make you smaller. And now it's full of bugs. So not only are we playing the game, we're bug hunting. If you see a bug, You got to tell them. Got to tell the kids over at Magic the Gathering. Oh, yo, Hot Boy's available for daily deal purchases. Teo is a Hot Boy for sure. Kiora, thick as hell. Davriel, he's pulling off the Gomez Adams look, and we love that for him. The Zarkon is also in this game. Did you know? Zarkon in this game. Freyalise, Eye Patch, Elf, Magic, very cool. Basari Ket, I know nothing about this guy, and yet he's cool. And then right behind me, you can see Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Ugin the Spirit Dragoon. Very important in the story a while ago, but not anymore. I like to use the lion guy, as you can see. Oh, right, I forgot. Quiet you. As you can see, I've already gotten platinum, which is, if you look at the reward structure, all you get for going above platinum is just like a couple more packs. Not worth it. Get your 1,000 gold, get your card styles. No need to go any higher. So this is what I do. I try to get the things once a month. I got some nice quests too, but today we're going to be doing midweek magic. The Phantom Bot Draft. For Phyrexia, all will be one. How's this format work again? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the artifact format. This one was... This one was a really fast format. So these 5 mana cards aren't even that good. And it's a phantom draft, so we're not getting our stuff back anyway. So I might just want to take one of these removal spells. Although Churning Reservoir is quite good, and it's uncommon, so it's harder to get. Yeah, let's do first pick Churning Reservoir. Exorbitant Fuseling is a great follow-up. We just do the oil counter deck. It's not the best deck. Furnace Strider is pretty good. And another Hex Gold Slash, damn. Okay. This is not good. This is okay. But we're just going to take cheap creatures and removal. Volt Charge is amazing, especially in an oil counter deck. Now what do we take? What else is good? Black was pretty good, I believe. But the oil counter deck was blue. Blue-red. Transplant Theorist is not good, but Ichor Synthesizer was a good late game threat. Soulless Jailers sucks. Mirren Safe House sucks. Glistener Sphere is fantastic, though. Good blocker and also sorts your draws. Amazing. There's Cutthroat Centurion, Fleshless Gladiator. Not great. Yeah, we're not going to be a poison deck. We are proliferating. Yeah. Mesmerizing Dose is going to be pretty good if we're going for the more tempo play. Gataxian Raptor does work. Vivid Surgeon Insight sucks. American Smith sucks, but we can try a Reject Imperfection. And what do we do on the wheel? Gataxian Anatomist, no. Medicine Reach, still no. I think Hazardous Blast might be the pick here. We're just going for fast. We're just going for fast. Cheap Creature, Dune Mover, let's go. Is Dune Mover a mirror? No.
Damn, the bots don't like white, huh? Maybe we look at white. We do have 2 prophetic prisms, though. Kaito the Dancing Shadow. Not great. I mean, it's a planeswalker, so it's always pretty good, but not great for the thing we're going for. Our red cards are better than our blue cards. So we have artifact-centered stuff. This is a maybe. This is a maybe. And white, we have pretty shitty cards, so I'm not too concerned about it. Although Mandible Justiciar is pretty good. I don't hate Escaped Experiment. Charge of the Mites might just be the best card in the pack, though. Do we splash for Kaido? Maybe. Red is still our best color, I think, but in such a shitty pack, we can splash for Kaido. Let's see. Here you sacrifice Blazing Crescendo, Kuldutha Crackler. Eye of Malcator is insane. Oh, and there's an Annihilating Glare too. Okay, let's just pick up the Eye of Malcator. Atmosphere Surgeon. Tamiya's Immobilizer. Shieldred's Head Cleaver is also an insane card. Probably better than our red cards, actually. So I'm feeling more of a control deck now. And maybe we do still keep the prisms in there for card draw. What's this? Sacrifice a creature unless each opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Now we're just going to take another Eye of Malcator. These things are insane attackers. Gleeful Demolition is nice, but I'm going to take a Glistener Sphere here. We're not really a poison counter deck, really. We're more of an oil counter control deck. Another Shieldred's Head Cleaver is sick, though. Meldweb Strider is okay. I'd rather take a second Shield Cleaver, though. Yeah, Feed the Infection sucks. Prologue to Phyresis. Cruel Grimnarch is not good. I think we just take this. Prologue to Phyresis. It'll be good to hold up. Do you want Dune Mover or Chrome Prowler? Or Dross Skull Bomb? Our creature count is super low. I'm thinking we take the Dune Mover here. But having flash artifacts is not a bad thing. Offer Mortality is nice. Tamio's Logbook can be really nice. I'm not loving it. It's probably better than Escape Experiment and Offer Immortality, though. Okay, now I'll take an Escape Experiment. And another Icar Synthesizer or Cutthroat Centurion. I think we go for another Icar Synthesizer. Duress, sure. I don't mind running a copy. I'm not sold on Phyrex and Axis Atlas. Okay, Minor Misstep is a no. Bring the Ending or Annihilating Gaze. I think Annihilating Glare for sure. We need some more removal here. I think Meldweb Strider over Mesmerizing Dose, but we do want another removal spell soon. Okay, Whisper of the Dross is pretty good, actually. We're not really a poison deck. we're a control deck. We want to stabilize early. Meldweb Curator is a good card for that. We want to stabilize early and then use our big creatures to get big value. Malcator's Watcher is a good one for that. Oh my God, look at all these things. We don't really need Testament Bearer. I think I'll take a Thrumming Bird. We've got enough oil counter synergies, and Kaido is also a proliferate synergy. Oh, nice. Bring the Ending came back around. I will take it. Sure, we'll try a Cruel Grimdark. Another Bring the Ending, hell yeah. None of these are good. We'll take another Surgical Base, sure. We don't need the Cruel Grimdark. We don't need the Phyrexian Atlas. Okay, so we have 31 cards, 29 cards because of the lands. And we need to make 6 cuts. So, separate out our creatures. We want creatures that stabilize us. So, Ickersynth has good toughness. Dune Mover does not. So I don't think we need Dune Mover. Thrumming Bird is good synergy. Escaped Experiment wants to attack. I don't know if that's the best. Meldweb Curator and Shieldred's Head Cleaver. The Head Cleaver is kind of a finisher. Okay. We also have the Eyes of Malcator, which are great attackers. But we want to see if we have any artifacts that can enter the battlefield during our opponent's turn. And I don't think we do. I don't think we need Meldweb Strider. We have 2 Prologues to Phyresis, which are good to hold up with Bring the Ending and other things. We have 2 Prophetic Prisms, which we really don't need because we're not splashing anything. Are we splashing anything? Do we want to splash anything? Volt Charge is a pretty good removal spell. Sure. Let's add a Volt Charge. We only need 1 mountain. We need the most islands. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18 lands. Okay, we don't need that many. Let's add in 1 Dune Mover again. Duress is kind of bad. Dose. I feel like Reject Imperfection is not great because we have 2 Bring the Endings, and I'd rather hold that up. Let's see. I want all my creatures. Maybe I'll need 1 Prophetic Prism because we have 1, 2, 3 sources. Yeah. It's nice that it draws me a card, but maybe I don't need that. So how many artifacts are we actually keeping in play? 1, 2, 3, and then everything else is an artifact creature. Okay, I don't think Tamiyo's Logbook is that great then. We have card draw. We have a ton of scry. We have card draw in some places. I mean, Kaito, obviously. This is basically a Kaito deck. So what's my worst card? How many creatures do I have? 12 creatures. Meldweb Courier gets back an instant, which is really nice. Icar Synthesizer can be a win con because it can't be blocked. I think Escaped Experiment is my worst creature because I don't want to attack. Shieldred's Head Cleaver is nice because I can force some trades, especially with Whisper of the Dross and Volt Charge being instants. But yeah, I think this is a decent little control pile. And it's 10 o'clock, so we can go over here and just... Oh,
Okay. All my quests are 750, so we good. Let me change the stream info. Magic the Gathering. Let's play. We're just going for 3 wins. Whatever quests we get, we get. But yeah, this is a fun little deck. Lacuna Matata. Oh, and it's way on sale right now. That's cool. All right. Good hand. Oh, I haven't changed my default lands, so there's still these shitty guys. Okay. We play out the Icar Synthesizer instead of holding up Bring the Ending because Icar Synthesizer gets better. Okay, so they want to draw a forest. So let's just delete us their creature. Add a counter to ours. Attack, and then we can hold up the ending. That's worth countering. Goodbye, Miglaws. All right, a land would be great. Another Icar Synthesizer is not bad. But next turn we'll be able to either Meldweb Curator or Shieldred's Head Cleaver. Yep, ramping makes sense. Makes sense. I think I Curator now. Get my Bring the Ending back. And then attack with both so that they still take 1 damage. Yeah, you block while you can. You gonna pump that shit? Not bad. So basically traded a card of mine for a card of theirs, and this is absolutely one of the best places that they could have thrown 2 oil counters randomly. So we go attack. You can block. You'll take 3. Your turn. And they have to respect the Bring the Ending right now, which they're going to try to. So I will pass to my turn. Oh, that's nice. But I think what I'm going to do first is take out their Mantis, proliferate on my Synthesizer, get in for some more damage, and they'll take the block that isn't a trade. Or they'll take a block that isn't the chump. They're bouncing. Okay. And now what we can do is minus on Kaido, get my drone, and not attack. And when we cast our next non-creature spell, Icar Synthesizer will be able to attack freely. But for now, the drone holds off all of their stuff with Death Touch. And that's a victory. Let's go! Pirate Hat. Power! I realize it's getting late for a lot of people. And boy, when the game is loading, we drop some frames, huh? But we got that money. And what we get for our free card? Restless Bivouac. Love it. All right. Time to play. Is Pyrite still here? Pyrite's the only one who would probably understand this stuff. Oh, we're fighting Milk Enjoyer. Milk Enjoyer? Yeah, wonderful hand. So with all the new stuff that's out, how new people friendly is this? Yeah, so not all the stuff that releases everywhere is being released on Arena. In fact, a lot of the stuff that's released everywhere is not being on Arena at all. So if you like Standard or drafting in Standard or whatever, that's usually the best place to... Nope, goodbye. That's usually the best place to do stuff. All right, we'll throw out a Thrumming Bird. We'll threaten to proliferate if they attack with the Incisor Glider. And if I recall correctly, Black-White is a corrupt deck. Ooh, that'll give it Vigilance, though. I mean, I'm guessing it'll give it Vigilance. They did nothing. Okay, I will scry again. Island, don't need Island. Kaito the Dancing Shadow. What a card. Let's. Target creature can't attack or block until your next turn. Let's. Attack, attack. Boom, boom. So we return Thrumming Bird to its hand. We proliferate onto Kaido. And now we can make this not able to attack or block either until our next turn. And Kaido's at 6 loyalty like a flippin' boss. Probably want to play Brawl, and that's like Commander, but would want cards that were from Werewolves and such, but they're quite old. They're quite old sets. Yeah. So the format you'd probably be looking for is Historic Brawl, and you can absolutely get some good Historic Brawl stuff going on. I probably should have made a drone here. But if they can kill Kaido, it'll cost them probably their entire turn. So I'm okay with that. Hex Gold Hoverwings, not bad. My turn, let's scry a card. Since I know we have a land. Ooh, that is a good one. All right. Play. 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 And Kaido, you can just draw a card. Lovely. All right, there's potential for proliferating up the Glistener Seer, so we don't want to use it yet. But right now we are so ahead. And this thing can turn into a 2/3, which will help us kill their Incisor Glider. Or the Hex Gold Hoverwings. You gonna give something Death Touch? Yeah. Give that boy Lifelink? Death Touch? Vigilance? Death Touch. Okay. That's fine. I will gladly block with Malcator's Watcher and draw a card. Pass to blockers. And honestly, Historic Brawl is tough to get into because you have to collect so many cards. But it really is not a bad set whatsoever. It's really not bad. If you start with a particular deck in mind, you can make that deck pretty quickly. We'll definitely see that Orthodoxy Enforcer there and cry. Yeah, I think that this is really fucking powerful, so we're gonna do it. Throw this here. We have to use all our blue mana, but we get to proliferate a lot. Kaido turns this off. The Rummingbird attacks. We return this to hand and we get to proliferate again. And now we can pretty safely make a drone. And sacrifice it to destroy their Skitterfang. And then the turn. And now our Glistener Sphere is way ahead. Draft is the best start point, isn't it? I want to make my Gruul Werewolves with Tovolar. Tovolar is on here. You can absolutely make a Gruul Werewolves. Okay, I have to discard a card. I will gladly discard the Thrumming Bird because I want the Meldweb Courier to get back and get rid of that thing. Not doing anything? Oh, you're playing into my game plan. Do I want another? Not really. My turn. Just chilling for now because I have no clue what's going on. Meldweb Curator, get back Annihilating Glare. Let's see. He's got 2 blockers. Done. Yeah, that's fine. Draw that card. Let's destroy you. Attack. Trade. And end the turn. So now his Cruel Grimnark can get flying and deal 6 to Kaito, but we don't particularly care. Oh. Yeah, sure. I guess you can just deal 6 to Kaito anyway, but we don't particularly care because we're going to turn off that boy. Yeah, Kaido's kind of a fucked up battle card. Battle Cry. Hey, that's nice. Save a kill spell to deal with that guy. What about Prosh the Sky Raider? Or maybe Tiamat 5-color dragons. Tiamat 5-color dragons is definitely out there. Okay, let's do a redraw. Let's scry. You don't get to attack. And then we'll try to save the Glistener Spheres if possible. I think Kaido's just dead here. Yeah, I might have flubbed this game by blowing my removal too early. But what we can do, since there's no way we're blocking any of these guys effectively, we can scry before our draw. Not good enough.
What do we get? Island, not good enough. Sacrifice the surgical bay to draw. Yeah, I think I blew this one. Ooh, Ichor synthesizer. I don't know if that helps a whole lot. Yeah, I'm going to say good game. They're way too far ahead on board. I blew my removal too early. Should have made more drones to stop the Death Touchers. Prosh the Sky Raider. Is Prosh the Sky Raider? Tiamat for 5-color dragons is definitely on here. Let's go to collection. And then we can search in cards that I don't have, because this is a relatively new account. I don't have that much cards. Let's look at Prosh. No Prosh, sadly. No Prosh on Arena. But Tovolar is definitely here. And they recently reprinted a ton of werewolves from the old Innistrad sets. So Prosh is Jund, if that helps. I was just searching by name, so you know what? This is actually keepable because of Prophetic Prism. How about that? That's funny. I too will play a Surgical Bay. Haha, take that. I think we have 3 draw spells essentially. Ooh, Mirror Match. All right. Let's see what they play first. Prophetic Prism. Oh yeah? Can I draw Swamp and then do a 1-for-1 here? Not quite. I'm playing behind. What's your first play, bro? Glistener Sphere. Absolute classic. I'm drawing nothing but islands. So I think what I'm going to do is hold up, bring the ending in Prologue to Pheresis, rather than play out an Ichor Synthesizer. Because otherwise I can't hold up anything. And if they don't play a spell I want to counter, I can just Prologue. Can't win them all, I guess. Apparently it's in the works to bring this to PlayStation. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's on Steam as well. So I guess you can get your automatic upgrades through, or automatic updates through Steam. Okay, they play nothing, so I play Prologue to Pheresis. They counter it, probably, or not. They don't care. I can now play Ichor Synthesizer and hold up, bring the ending, and pass the turn. And they can probably kill this, but they're probably waiting to see if they can kill something bigger and better. Or maybe they just kill it. It is eventually a win con. They will not be expecting this Volt Charge, though. And they're probably going to hold on to that last oil counter on their Glistener Sphere. Seer, not Sphere. Ooh, and now I can play Glistener Seer as well. Minor misstep, huh? Sure. Glad that's out of the way. And Dune Mover, which I will not search for a basic land. We have enough lands to cast everything in our deck. You gonna counter that? That's fine. I'll pay for it. Decline. Now, if they cast something crazy here, we can Volt Charge it maybe, or bring the ending for their next spell. I don't know what they could cast here that would be so crazy, though. They're not going to tap Glistener Sphere. Oh, buddy, that ain't it. Without Corrupted, this is just a bad card.
Draw 3 cards, lose 3 life. Cheers, mate. Meanwhile, we draw fucking Kaido. Yeah, I will. Thank you. Wow, and we can even get back Dune Mover. Kind of sick. All right. You're not allowed to attack or block. We attack. Smacky smacky. I will return Dune Mover to my hand because it's got a good ETB. And then let's make a drone. And we can hold up Bring the Ending. God, Kaido is fucking disgusting. All right, play a big ass spell. They kept this hand for something. If they just kill Kaido, that's even fine. Okay. Sure. Got their proliferate off. Now they only have black mana. Well, they do have prophetic prism, so I guess I shouldn't be saying that just yet. You gonna murder something? Murder? Nope, they're not gonna do anything. So I am going to Dune Mover again. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Do I care? No. You can tap my Ichor Synthesizer. The Dune Mover will still be here, ready to block your Chrome Prowler. Murder? I barely know her. And I do want another swamp on top here. Then we draw a card. We draw the swamp. Play the swamp. And now I have 5 mana open, so I can play Malcator's Watcher and hold up both of my instants. So I will do that. And this is how you play Control. You sit back on the nice spells. Lightbelly Rat. I don't have any poison on me, so that's not great. Experimental Augury, sure, you're allowed to do that. All they're proliferating up is their Glistener Seer. And then they tap it too. Bring it back. Bring it back. Not even going to do anything. Okay. Land. I don't mind land in the slightest. Because now what we can do is plus on you. We can attack with you two. They can either trade for the Chrome Prowler, yeah, or they'll turn on Bring the Ending. Offer immortality. How about Volt's Charge? I will return Malcator's Watcher to my hand, play it back out, and make a drone.
God, Kaido's so good. Well timed. They had to be holding up something. Like when you only play a glistener sphere and a prophetic prism for the first 4 turns of the game, you have something good, right? Another mesmerizing dose. Bro, I deeply do not care if you tap my little drones. I will make more. I promise. They got to be scrying for an answer to Kaido, though. Yeah, and they didn't find it. Kaido's just taking over the game. Absolutely bonkers card. Love it. Love that boy. Oh, Kaido. Such a guy. Wow. You know, the last time I played a strategy style game, I really got in the weeds on the strategy and I kind of stopped talking to the chat. I think I must have leveled up. Ooh, Spectre Mortality. Not bad. Because I must have leveled up my chat game because I'm finding it very easy to just keep on talking about whatever. I wonder what hand they kind of clearly didn't go how they hoped. I think what happened is they were trying to save a bunch of oh yeah, Kaido in the opener. We keep. We can even use Dune Mover to set up our 4th land. Or let's play out Icar Synthesizer now in case we draw a spell we can cast to put an oil counter on it. Ooh, Bladed Ambassador. Sure, why not? That'll be fun. So they're basically going to be able to trade it for an oil counter. So I don't really care that much. What I think we'll do is we will just play out a Dune Mover. So they can turn it indestructible for this oil counter. And obviously if they proliferate, it's even better. But if they spend their turn and their oil counter killing my Dune Mover, I am extremely happy with that. And then what are you going to do? Play another little guy? Incisor Glider. Oh, that's not bad. But what I can do is Kaito the Dancing Shadow. You're not allowed to attack or block until next turn. Attack with Icar Synthesizer. Return it to my hand. And then make a drone so that Bladed Ambassador can't attack either. Not cleanly, at least. If they can kill this, they can kill Kaido. But that also means that they... or they can just exile, vanish into eternity. We take those. All right. So now what? I don't have any instants or sorceries to get back from my graveyard. So I think what I do is I just play the Icar Synthesizer, hold up, bring the ending, and since the Icar Synthesizer trades for Bladed Ambassador, we might as well just attack, because then we reduce their game plan and we can counter whatever they play here. Copper Longlegs, I can't counter that, and it has reach. Not bad, but I will counter another Incisor Glider. That's one too many. And then we get our little Icar counter. Okay, they're not playing high impact cards. So what I'm going to do here is scry 2, get that Icar counter. They go for Terramorphic Expanse. So we're looking for a card that'll help us stabilize against flyers. Neither of those are it. So what we're going to do then is sacrifice our Eye of Malcator. We have other win cons. We don't need this guy.
to kill the glider, and no need to attack. Jawbone Duelist, not bad, but it can't attack into the Ichor synthesizer. And now we can Meld Web Curator to really stabilize. And what do we want to put on top? Annihilating Glare, I bet. Because one more land and that thing just kills instantly, but we can also play out another synthesizer or a thrumming bird. Yeah, they haven't been playing big cards. Ichor Spit Basilisk does have Death Touch, but we're drawing the Annihilating Glare here. So not only do we get to kill their Death Toucher, but we also get 4 counters on Ichor Synthesizer, which means we start hitting in for 3 a turn. Easy. We drop some frames while it's loading the server. That's funny. Oop, and even finished a quest. Oh. Damn. It's a shame that Lost Caverns of Ixalan is rotating out soon, because I do like the Oteklan landmark as a little enabler. Did we only get 1 quest? Okay, well, as long as we have 1 free slot, it doesn't matter how many quests we do. We'll get another 7, and we're not trading out these 750 quests, so we good. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop the stream. Did some Magic the Gathering for our friend Pyrite and me, too. I also enjoy Magic the Gathering. So, let's find someone to raid, shall we? It's 35 minutes after my normal stop time. Is there even anyone out there? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone at all? Yeah, a lovely little 3-1 on the midweek Magic. But yeah, if you're interested in getting on Arena, we can play together. So the best way to do it is with these quick drafts. The quick draft only costs, well, you can't see it because I'm in the way. The quick draft only costs 5,000 gold, and you can get 5,000 gold after like a week of playing. And if you just keep doing quick drafts, you'll build up gems because you get gems for winning in quick drafts. And you'll collect packs, and the packs help you build your collection, and the gems help you buy the Mastery Pass, which I need to get all the gems in the Mastery Pass before it expires in 6 days, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Hope that just wasn't for me. You gotta like what you're doing. Well, here's the funny thing. I was gonna do this anyway. I was going to log off and go do midweek Magic either way. So the fact that I'm just doing it on stream is kind of, I don't know. It's neither here nor there. Okay. Pinch Raccoon just logged off. I bet Bonicula is about to log off. Kitsu is about to log off. Let's oh, you know, Mukia Punch. Yes. Mukia Punch. Looks like she's still in the middle of a game. So let's raid Mukia. Good night, Isaac. Nice hanging with you. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping in, for helping me do the challenge, the community challenge. 100% raised. Love it. Love it. And let's raid Mukia Punch. So I'm going to do my little raid message thing. Raid Mukia Punch. I also kind of want to play on Sunday as well. Geomancy Gang and Panda Parade. I also kind of want to play Magic on Sundays as well after we do Dark Souls, because again, it's what I normally do. I log off, I play Magic the Gathering. So maybe we can do that. But either way, it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for joining. My name's Isaac Anzu. I'll stay cool, you stay cooler. Until next time, farewell.